It, I get that some people are like that. I can't relate. Like my life fucking sucks, and everything's been torn out from under my feet. I still talk to my friends. Like a lot of people have this thing where if they're going through something, they like totally lock up and just that's like the only thing that matters, right? I kind of get that in a way. I could understand maybe taking like a short break, but 2 years with like no explanation is like nuts to me. Like, especially like a lifelong friend, and I kind of went through that with Austin, who just recently put Sam through that, which is so funny that he did that because I told Sam for years, I was like, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. What did he do? He did the same thing to Sam that he did to me, the exact same fucking thing. Just decided, oh, one day we're just not friends anymore, and that's like not friends anymore. So I don't know. Like for me at least, your friend, like, had that been me, I would have like, I would have like demanded an explanation and like a damn good one. Like I would want to know specifically, like how could you do this to me? Like how were you able to justify that? All this other stuff because it's like a, I don't know, it's just a big deal. But like, I guess I'm kind of honestly in the same spot with Timothy, otherwise known as Samuel Fortnier's a Who, because I mean, if he continues to kind of be a shitty friend, I'm just gonna stop contacting him. I'm not gonna like block him or anything, but it'll be kind of like a litmus test of sorts, where like I will not push for contact, and then if he doesn't care enough to check back in, that would be like a really good sign to me that maybe it's just not meant to be. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can't be heard though. Yeah, that definitely sounds like Austin in a lot of ways. Uh, Very similar. Yeah, I like having friends. I can't relate to that. I just feel like that's a life with no meaning almost, though. Like, I would much rather have. I mean, it depends on the people. Like, I populated my life with my own offspring and like a woman. Like I could do without my in-laws. One of my parents, at least, kind of sucks most of the time. Like having a friend group made it. Because back in the day, Austin was my only friend. Like he's the only person I talked to outside of school. The only people that I really had anything to do with was my wife and my kids and like like my mom and my dad and shit. But then I met Sam and them. I met up with him again because he basically abandoned me to be friends with him, and then I just stuck around and he didn't. Um, but having friends was great. I don't want to go back to not having any friends. I'm not going to be on to talk all the time, but like I want to have good friends. I have people that care in my life, people that actually give a shit, like Gazix, great dude. I like Michael, who just randomly sends me free games anytime he sees them. He sends me the link just to fucking share the love. Or like Jared, who while I don't talk to him very often, helped me out in a big way. Because he knew what was about to happen, and I know he doesn't have the money to spare. Nobody does, and yet these people all sent me money, um, so that if something happens, I've got at least a little bit to put towards something, right? Until I figure it out. Um, that's I don't know. That's just and best friend over here who's won't even really talk to me. So he's such an iconic part of the channel, and like after the Marfia thing, yeah, that was like a huge letdown because he was that person for a long time. Him and Sam were pretty much my two friends, and except the difference is me and Marfia have shit in common. Me and Sam really don't, other than our faith. I'd say that's about the only thing. Um, me and Marfia both fucking love Resident Evil, and gay shit like that. And it's just kind of hard to find people that you can actually get along with, that you have things in common with at the same time, because we live in a big world where everybody already has so much shit going on in their life. When you like find something like that, I feel like that's just kind of a special thing, but it didn't. It just ultimately ended up not mattering anyway, because he's like here from a distance. Oh shit. Yeah, that's weird. You've got shit in common with me. Oh, and I feel like we have similar ideals about life and a lot of things like that, and we're both chill and we're not drama people, generally speaking. Like I can't think of a moment with you really ever that was dramatic in any serious way, which is nice. Could be like my other friend that would come in here and bring up politics and then justified not showing up and being a shitty friend for 3 years because we talked about politics when it was him mentioning it 99% of the time being the problem. But yeah. I can only think of one time where you did something that pissed me off, and it's when you made a joke about my dead grandmother. That's like the only thing. That's the only line with me that you ever crossed, and even then, it wasn't even serious. But I remember in that moment, I had to be like stern about it, and like that was such a small thing in comparison to some of the shit that I've dealt with off of other friends. Like in chat, this is before we were talking like a couple times a week. This is like after I got the MSI. Or like I could remember basically every time we spoke before that. I remember everything. Like I really do. I learned how to use the computer for the machine at my job today after literally one try, whereas everybody else took them 3 weeks to learn it. Like I remember all sorts of shit. Remember the first time you ever joined the Discord chat while I was in it? I remember early on some of the earliest chats talking about us playing a fucking strategy game, the turn-based one, the fifth one. I can't remember what it's Civilization. I almost called it Civic because I fucking make parts for Civics. And then we never played it. I remember testing out Fears to Fathom and trying to figure out why it ran like shit in Arch, but ran great in Ubuntu. All sorts of shit. Those are good memories. It kind of sucks having a computer that works more better now because I miss the days of trying to fix shit. Lay him down with you. No, I think everybody has. I'm sure there's things I do that you probably think are stupid or whatever. You want to play with you? And every like you can be friends with somebody and think that they did something that makes no sense to you or whatever. You think it's stupid or whatever. Um, and you're like 99% totally free of that. Um, because you just aren't that type of person that has those traits and qualities. But like I don't know, like sometimes I think the only thing where I don't understand you very much is when I can't even think of like the particular instance I'm thinking of, but you'll like have a justification for something that doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm like, okay, like whatever, it doesn't actually matter. Like, oh, I can't join the call because I only slept for 13 hours or something like that. I'm like, damn, I wish I fucking slept half that long. Love you. Get you some rest. I'm not gonna be up super super late tonight. Or you're like you say that 5 hours of sleep just isn't enough, and like I get most people are like that, but then I'm like running on 5 hours of sleep and I'm still here. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I don't know. I understand it, but I don't at the same time. I don't know. I'm fatter than you. I'm fucking I fucking got all this other shit going on around me all the time. It's like fuck. I don't know. In my mind, it's like there's always a choice, regardless. So like, I guess my perspective is that no matter how shitty I feel, like I can just still do it. But I know you're like a solo flyer, and I'm sure that makes it a big difference not having all the extra stuff, all the extra, I guess you could say the responsibilities or whatever. Like, it just simply even having children fucking can change a lot of that. I've got two people on here right now. I have no idea who the fuck they are, but I thought maybe I was one of them for a second, and I'm not. Fucking eyeballs are so dry because fans at work blowing your. They blow and they hit your glasses and they hit your face and they blow up under the glasses and they just keep my eyes dry. Okay. Oh, I did not think this through. I don't think. Oh man. So my USB drive that I use it has Windows 11 on it. It's a Windows 11 drive, and I usually just have Ventoy on here, but I don't, and I can't. I don't think I can put Ventoy on it. I mean, there's a way to like put Ventoy on a drive without deleting the data, but since this is already a boot drive, I just conceivably couldn't see how the computer would be able to tell the difference between both boot tables. They're totally different file formats and everything. Anyway, I've got over 100 gigabytes of data on here that I have to copy to a different drive so that I don't lose it. Oh, I guess I just have to. Oh, wait. Oh, did I already have some of this shit on here? Hold on a second. 110.8 gigs. Okay, so Cosmic must not have. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. I guess I already had that shit on there. I thought I copied it and deleted it. I guess not. All right, time to delete some partitions. There's been a bug in Cinnamon for years, and by extension now in KDE, only by extension the fact that it happens, where the Ventoy graphical app would not display for the longest time, for years. And most of the DEs that I used. So what you had to do was actually run the app through a terminal to a web address and use a web address through the browser to get the Ventoy interface to make a Ventoy bootable drive, which still to this day don't know why that happened, but I think it finally was fixed. I wonder if it'll work in Cosmic. Ventoy GUI x86_64. Well, it created the directory, but it didn't launch. Ooh. Install Arch. Okay, so I have to do this. Ventoy web address. I can't type. I've been up since 7 a.m. my time, so. Okay, so I have to run this sudo bash ventoy web_sh, type in my password. Now it's running to that address. We copy this, paste it in here. Now I can access it. 128 gigabyte, no secure boot support because I don't have it on. Install, okay. Seems like they knew that this was an issue because this is here for a reason, I'm sure. Like, surely they didn't just add this web server option for no reason. Although it's not showing up in my thingy-majig, which means I gotta unplug it and plug it back in. That is annoying. Oh, all right. Arch. Yeah, one thing I like about having extra responsibility in my life is that I'm not so worried about a lot of this shit. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I basically have nothing but time to burn over the next 2 nights. I have to fuck my schedule up regardless, so it's like, if I'm gonna clean install and keep the DE that I know works well on my RTX 5060, then now would be the time to do it. Oh, it immediately stalled. Come on. Don't waste my time. And see, the Cosmic Instant Arch is just better now anyway, so it like actually has all the apps, which is great. Whereas before it was very bare bones. Say, I feel like garbage. Yeah, my drives are a fucking mess. I mean, these bitches are all out of whack right now. I just haven't had the time to sit here and organize this, but the good thing is that I can just re-import my shit. Although I've got like 200 gigabytes of Steam games that I'm going to have to copy back to my root partition. Oh man, I did not think about how that's going to work. I guess I'll have to re-download them and just let it pull in the data. Which is slower than just importing a Steam library, but I quite literally just don't have the space to do it any other way, so. Oh, I love it when a download gets stuck at 100%. Yeah. I mean, generally speaking, I would do the same thing, but when you've got like, if it wasn't overly complicated in Linux, it would be different. Steam is easy enough. I've got to reset the Proton versions anyway, but like when you're messing with Heroic and stuff, re-importing all those games, that's where it's going to start becoming really painful because I have to go back in and manually re-add everything. And if I don't use my pre-existing copies, that doubles the amount of time that it'll take me to do that because I have to recreate the prefixes, and then I got to copy my save data back into the directories. And if it has an installer, I've got to sit through that. And a lot of the pirated games that I was playing had these fucking installers that would peg my CPU to 100% across the board and shit like that. And it's very power efficient to just be able to import it. And since I've already got the space for it, it doesn't make much sense not to. But I was able to pretty much do that. And I am missing an entire terabyte to Windows. Speaking of Windows, by the way, I kind of want to show you something. I don't know if I told you this. I miss you too, baby. I'm right here. I'd be over there if I didn't have to stay up, but I've got to be ready for Sunday. We'll see. We'll see if I can even make it that far. Windows Boot Manager. I'm going to try. He always has, baby. They're all out of it, finally. Yeah. It's showing up right on stream, by the way. I think I don't know the password. He's just a silly baby. Yeah. It should be capturing the mirror, I guess. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I booted into it to show you this specifically. I will, baby. It's okay. We'll get some Monday. Anyway, look what I have. I'm sitting here e-begging my chat for money because I'm about to be homeless, and I get gifted this instead. My mind is still blown. And I was able to just use my pre-existing save data, thankfully, because unlike Linux, everything's not separated into individual prefixes, so the pirated copy stored the save data in the same folder that the official copy would. This Windows, by the way, yeah, I know, Pob. Don't worry. I'm just showing my friend something real quick. We'll get to the Arch goodness in a second. Yeah, you were. No, I couldn't tell when I manually rebooted and opened my boot menu and selected this operating system to show my friend this game. Oh, Marfia did. Yeah, he just gifted it to me. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. He just sent it to me like Sunday. Like I said, e-begging because of the homelessness thing. But yeah, look at that frame. Just look at the difference in performance, dude. It's like actually playable here. Isn't that wild? Fuck no, dude. It almost crashed my computer. I was getting like 40 FPS. I can play this at 1600p high preset. DLSS set to performance. I get double the frame rate. No freezing, no stuttering, none of it. Whereas in Linux, the game constantly freezes and stutters. I just get like the typical game jank that you would expect from modern video games. You know, the occasional stutter, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And now I can actually play multiplayer. It's huge, so that is one downside to either owning it officially or pirating it. Yeah, I was having lag with Linux. I have a lot of it sometimes. RTX 5060 user here. Crazy. It's almost like I've been doing that forever. Which part, baby? Be upset with me. Don't be upset. Don't worry. Once I start my regular thing, we'll have our schedule worked out. I'm right here if you need me. Yeah, fragmentation, Pop. That's all I can tell you, buddy. I don't know if it's working better for you. Then there's got to be a reason. All right. Talking about a very specific game here, by the way, and a day one unupdated version because it was torrented. And by torrented, I meant. Oh yeah, it was torrented. USB device error. Thank you. All right, this should start displaying. Oh yeah, I've got to do this to the OBS capture. Nope, not at all, Pob. I have literally 32 gigabytes of available ZRAM and 16 gigabytes of system memory. Not to mention less swap available in Windows. And despite that, just better. Just better. What can I say? The NVIDIA driver kind of sucks in Linux, man. Nothing new. Okay, let me open Preview Projector here, and then I will tab back over to the chat, and I'll move this puppy down. This is Base Arch, yes. All right, so 931, that's the Samsung 990 Pro, so that's the POP drive. So I need to fdisk NVMe 1 and 1. I want to make sure that I don't delete the wrong fucking drive. I don't think so. Yeah, that's got a 4 gigabyte boot partition, so that would definitely be POP. Oh well, YOLO. GPT partition table, finish the writes. Do it 3 times, because I'm retarded. Oh, fuck you. There we go. All right, let's connect this bad boy to the internet. Yeah, come on. What CPU do I have? An Intel Core i7 14700HX. It is 8 core, 16 thread performance core, and it's got 12 efficiency threads. The most powerful component in my laptop for sure. John, nice to see you, buddy. E580 is a great card. Great card indeed. Hope you're having a good time with it, man. That movie I was telling you about. Remember when I mentioned that he was in this? The dance movie you like? Yeah, he's the guy that girlfriend came back and caught him in bed with the other lady. All right, everything here looks good. Mirrors and repository, select region. United States of America. Optional multi-lib. Disk configuration, partitioning, best effort, default partition layout. Samsung SSD 990 Pro. That is an empty partition table. That means that I did not delete the wrong drive. Terrific. BTRFS, default structure, yes. Use compression enabled. Snapshots, snapper. By the way, I did migrate my additional Linux storage Nordic to ext4. That was kind of the compromise I came to with this whole fear of like that kernel bug or whatever disconnecting my drive was. I don't know why the thought hadn't crossed my mind, but why the fuck does my external storage drive need to be BTRFS? I was just doing that because I'm autistic, I guess, because my root drive was BTRFS. So why not just have the safer option on the external drive? I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do that sooner, but that's what I'm doing now. DRAM is enabled. Yeah, bootloader. Get fucked. I'll use the super insecure at least 3000 vulnerability scrub because it works great with BTRFS snapshots. Kernel mainline. Damn it. I don't know. I just heard that it was slower. Shit, I can't relate. Yeah. Yeah, I never noticed any issues at all with it. Should my user be a super user? Yes. Confirm and exit. Back. Profile. Type. Desktop. Now, if I wanted to fuck myself, I would choose KD Plasma in any of the Plasma packages, but I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because it runs like shit for some reason. Cosmic. Graphics driver. Open kernel module. Thank you very much. Cosmic greeter. Hell yeah. Plasma laggy but has more support. Yeah, I mean, Plasma wasn't laggy on the last release, but ever since the 7 dropped, has been. Application Bluetooth, you want to configure enabled audio, Pipewire, print service non-power management tune, firewall. I'm going to select all these little fontsies here. Network configuration, IWD backend with network manager, Pacman. I don't need any additional packages. It's almost like KD Plasma's instance is totally fucked to this very day. US Eastern NTP enabled, install. Yes. I don't know. Cosmic was designed from the ground up to work with NVIDIA hardware. It definitely had some bugs, but like that is a top priority for System 76 because they sell machines with NVIDIA cards. Cosmic is the first Wayland compositor that was developed with NVIDIA in mind, which is just nuts to think. Whereas in Plasma and Gnome, it was refined over many years. It was still pretty bad in Plasma, even as recently as 2025, though. I had tons of users in my chat that had terrible, terrible fucking experiences with Plasma Wayland on NVIDIA hardware. But the open kernel module drivers have fixed a lot of that. And a lot of the implementations in Wayland have been increased, which is great. So it's definitely better than it was. Yeah, Plasma, I don't know. It only lagged recently with the newest version. Only in Vanilla Arch, by the way. The Cosmic is more lightweight anyway, and the keybinds are great, and it's pretty. It's like the most consistently visual experience, in my opinion, that you can get in Linux outside of like a super highly customized Hyperland or like Sway instance. Cosmic is like the window manager for people that don't want to fuck with a config for 5 hours. I think it's just as powerful in general. Maybe more limited in some ways. I guess it's possible. But I know you can edit Cosmic at the core just like you can those. I just don't know how you do it. What, baby? I don't know. Oh no, I agree. Because it was very, very similar to Sway. I think the difference is that in Cosmic, or like in Sway, it's Windows and then insert key, right? So like Windows left arrow key to move the window over, like Windows Q to close a window, Windows F, whatever. In Cosmic, it's Windows Shift, insert additional key. So it's basically the same, just like the extra key, because Cosmic also has binds without that. So like if you want to move a window to another workspace in Cosmic, you would just hold the Windows key and then tap down the arrow key, and it would take it down a workspace. Oh, I fucking love it. I don't use my thumb. My index finger, my middle finger. Yeah, the additional 2 centimeters I have to move my hand is just, oh man, it really kills me. Yeah, I don't know. When I'm doing stuff with the shortcuts, I'm not typing, so I can just move my fingers right back. It doesn't bother me, but the Windows key is like essential to America computer keyboards. So it's like something that we've all been trained to use. What would I recommend? You have all AMD. I mean, I've heard Cosmic is great on AMD. It didn't have any of the memory leak issues that NVIDIA had, but those have all been fixed. I don't know. KDE Plasma's on a desktop environment is about as good as it gets. Um, well, yes and no. It really just depends on what GPU you have. I've had AMD cards give me some weird issues in certain DEs. Like sometimes there's just regressions that get passed in the Mesa driver that fuck everything up for seemingly no reason. Yeah, which tend to be the ones I see everybody using too. Fucking weird part. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I don't know, man. Some one thing that I've noticed in particular with the Linux kernel is that AMD CPUs get regressions all the time in new kernels for whatever reason. Like, I don't know why, but it happens all the fucking time. No fucking idea why. You bitch. Fucking bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm fucking, it booted into Windows 11, which means that it's not going to rebuild my UEFI, which is what it's supposed to do to keep it clean. Which will most definitely not make any difference to my life whatsoever, but regardless, I would like for that to be what happens. Do I debloat Windows? I use Rufus. Make a bootable Windows 11 key that is automatically already debloated in basically every conceivable way that I personally would want. No online account, local account out of the box, skips 99% of the setup process, disables Copilot, OneDrive, all the other gay shit nobody likes, but leaves all the functionality, whereas a lot of debloat scripts take out core components of Windows that can make your life harder. Arch Linux? What is this gay shit? People wearing high socks and cat ears and shit? Like, why am I using this? Beautiful boot screen, though. No, I'm just joking. Arch is based. And we're about to learn how to set it up from scratch with snapshots and everything, boys and girls. And by boys and girls, I mean the guy in my chat and my friend. Oh, fuck. It put, when I was young, it's using my capture card as a secondary display. All right. Sudo snapper -c root create -d post clean install restore point. You cocksucker. What name it's under? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you know we're gonna fucking enable that frost effect. All right, no screen reader, HDMI 2, EDP 1. You dead pussy 44. No, I'm just joking. Next. No, we're not going to connect to the internet right now. United States of America, English. I'll just set a time zone. New York City, even though I don't live there. Well, plasma's the same way. You can make plasma, look like that and run it on basically anything that's not dog shit. Yeah, I think it's just bugged right now. It's like it's the dude. What? Dude, look at how much worse the frost effect looks like when in light mode. I mean, you can still see it, but it's infinitely less pronounced. You're so gay. Shut up. Shut up. I hate you. I'm just joking. It's it's literally called cream light too. That's the funny part. No, I like it. I think Cosmic has one of the best light modes I've seen because it's like a very warm. It's not like eye rape light mode. You know, I haven't used it like this for long. Yeah. Yeah. It looks good too. Appearance. Panel top, all displays, gap between panel edge, make that look round. Looks beautiful. Background opacity. You can actually change that. Oh, and it keeps the frosted effect. So why can't you do that in the terminal? We'll keep that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need this. Oh, cosmic tiling is so good. It is. I'm about to set up the mirror. It just isn't happening yet. Unfortunately, I can't. I have to go through the strokes. Or wait, you know what? Whatever. Anyway, this is what it looks like. All right. Dock is good. Window management workspaces, we're good there. Displays. Yep. Bob, appreciate it, man. All right, we're gonna mirror this to HDMI 2. And I have to turn this to 100% to get it to work right, which is annoying, but it does look good. Damn, he's about to miss all sorts of cool shit too. Same. All right, mouse. Don't need that. You've seen it all 100 times. Literally nothing new. Nothing new that you would see. I just don't know why you can't change the terminal transparent. Whatever. It looks fine. And it's actually smooth. Firefox, goodbye. Goodbye. I just don't understand why. I mean, I don't know. The frosted effect just doesn't look, it just doesn't look the same. I mean, if it was just slightly more transparent, it would look fine. Just, just a little too opaque to be able to really appreciate it. I mean, I can always change it, and I probably will, but Oh, let's see. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that I think that just looks better, honestly. I feel like garbage. Oh, I know how to fix this. I think sudo. Oh, dude, it's so good to be back to Pac-Man. I'm not used to app. Sudo Pac-Man dash capital S gnome disk utility. Oh yeah, I'm not connected to the internet. Smooth as butter. All right, so here's my NTFS partition. You have to come over here. I've got to select this box. I'm going to show it by label, and I have to set this to NTFS to get my disk to actually work. Beautiful, instant, awesome, corny. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh. Where is it? I feel like garbage. Okay, it mounts. If I click on it again, all I have to do is enter sudo permissions, and I now have access to my Windows drive. Good. I could feel more, but I could do less when I was younger. Right back from under, you know what thing I'm under. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the number, show you what is left. Oh yeah, I'm biting down on my shirt sleeve. Yeah, yeah, I want to be down in arm's reach. Yeah, I don't know like what is happening. Like what is All right, grub BTRFSD. We need that. Now we'll edit our ZRAM configuration. M to the power of 2, X, Y, enter. We'll enable NT sync. LSLDev NT sync. It is present. And we're going to set it to launch with system startup. We'll type in swap on just to see. We only have 4 gigabytes of swap. These two commands will fix that. So Control C, Control Shift V. Now if we do swap on again, you can see we have 30.7 gigabytes of usable memory, which is terrific. Now we can update Grub. As you can see, found one snapshot and imported it, which is great. Now we can come over here. Well, first and foremost, let's just go ahead and sudo pacman-S fish. Let's get this shit done. When I was young, PHSH-S USR then fish. Go to the downloads directory. Now we're going to install base-devil and git packages from Pacman. Don't worry, chat. We will get to the gaming. Pop OS has some really, really annoying underlying bugs that were making it a pain to use. So we're just going to use Vanilla Arch with Cosmic. We'll change directly in that part. This is a good learning experience, though, for anybody that cares. So. And my Arch config makes this so fast. Like what is happening? Like. I feel like garbage. Like I could do this when I was younger. We're building the package. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the number, show you what is left. Oh yeah, I'm botting down on my shirts. Yep, good next 32 hour or whatever you meant by that, man. Appreciate it. Gonna try to enjoy my 2 off days. Oh, that looks like a fun game. Like what is happening? Would you move closer? If I would never be, please don't leave with me. Will you like it like this? Oh, the song called Daddy Issues? Just a random song? Excellent. To the one person in my chat, thank you for being here. Very appreciated. We do have a channel Discord. We'd love to have you. We do Linux content all the time. Epic mode. Over 200 people in that server. Tons of great resources, whether you're a new or an experienced Linux user. We'd love to have you in the pinned comment of the stream chat by the support links. And that's actually not true. It's in the description of the stream. That's what I meant to say. Help to grow the community so we can help more people learn Linux in an actually good way. And as far as what we're going to play here in a little bit, I forget what it was I was playing. Something specific. I'm having trouble thinking about it off the top of my head, but we're definitely going to play something. We might test out Halo campaign evolved again. I have been sitting on this food for hours. It's done. Go back to directory, list, rm-rf, ru. Beautiful. Now we'll install Snapper support. This app basically allows my computer to create snapshots anytime I do anything important. Now we're going to install Starship. Look at our preset. Fast fetch. Now we'll generate a fast fetch config. What? This is new. This is cool. Awesome. Wow. All right. Make the fish config not dog shit. We're going to copy, paste. Looks good. We do have an alias for rebuilding grub, which is nice. Now all we do is source our fish config. Oh, Lord. Walking through the numbers. I'll show you what is left. What the fuck? Okay. We need all of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Beautiful. All right. We're almost done. Then we game. It was just a good idea to switch to Vanilla Arch as a base. Pop OS has got some weird bugs. We're definitely going to play that horror game. Glad to have all this documented, though. CUDA is really, really big to download. This frost effect looks pretty good, though. We're going to check out a game called Rotafear, too. So look forward to that. I'm installing CUDA just in case I want to use a local AI assistant. Beautiful. All right, now we have to enable Docker, the service for when we use DistroShelf for Firefox and Free Download Manager. Now we're going to check Flatpak remotes. I don't think we have any. We do. We're going to delete the system remote. We're going to add the user remote. We're going to verify by checking Flatpak remotes again, so Flatpak user. We'll go ahead and just install all the Flatpaks. $62. I feel like garbage. Okay. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the numbers. I'll show you what is left. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, yeah. I'm biting down on my shirt sleeve. Yeah, yeah. Looks good. Looks good. And And now it is kind of annoying why it's doing that. I don't know why, but I don't know. But then I'm under. I'm so happy I'm going third shift. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the numbers. I'll show you what's left. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. I'm biting down on my shirt sleeve. Yeah, I'll lash out if you're in arm's reach. Proceed with Origin for free on Linux. Would you move closer? Leave this. Well, you like it like this. All right, we're gonna not show this for just a moment. When I was younger, right, I was younger. What thing, what face I'm under. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the numbers. Can't show this shit on stream, of course. Gaming, welcome. I am currently showing a different computer. I'm signing into something, personal information, so that's why I'm not showing my Linux rig. This is literally just a capture computer, so before you get any ideas, I'm just signing into a website real quick. And it won't take me very long at all. Go ahead and do that, and I think I'm good. One more thing. Gotta have YouTube and gotta have the ability to contact my family. Proton guy, motherfucking Gmail. What? Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, signing in, and then I will show Cosmic again. Yes, it's me. Device, Linux. Perfect. Walk you through the numbers. I'll show you what is left. Whoa, yeah. I'm biting down on my shirt sleeve. Yeah. Lash out if you're in arm's reach. Yeah. Very nice. All right. I'm going to do this really quickly because the game that I want to play, I have to download through a download manager. Otherwise, it'll take forever. I wonder. I, mm, I've already gone through the trouble of doing this, so yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Um. Everything that I don't need showing up here, I will throw over here. Like all of this. I need all of this. Reaper, Prism, OBS, Krita, Heroic, Dolphin, all that good shit. Okay. I actually forgot. Okay. Flatpak install, distro. Welcome into the stream, by the way, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and save that. I feel like garbage. I think this would be in utilities, or would it be in system? Oh, anybody know? JK. Like, I feel like garbage. We'll drag that over. We'll drag that over. We'll come back over here. Where's Proton Plus? Oh, it's automatically in the right tray. That never happens. Okay, distro box. We're gonna use the bundle distro box. We're gonna let it download. Cosmic Terminal. Hell yeah. This is a little bit annoying that we have to do this. This is integral to us playing the game we want to play, though. So unfortunately, it's just part of the process. Would you move closer? Honestly, changing the color scheme might not be a bad idea here. I just feel like the frosted blur effect this in light mode is, you just can't really tell. Not very much. The game that I want to play, by the way, I have it on my other computer. It's called Road of Fear. Oh, is this just an itch.io game? Well, I guess we're not playing that one. We'll have to play a different one. Damn, that sucks. Why is it not on there? I guess it's totally possible that we could find it on the other site. I don't fucking know. Let's see if this works. Setting up host NVIDIA integration sometimes. Oh, there we go. You know what? I'm not going to tempt fate. It worked. And you like it like this. Oh, okay. So the volume applet's still broken. All right. Sudo apt update. Apt upgrade -y. Apt install gdebi. Come on now. Beautiful. I love how it doesn't display properly. When you're in arm's reach. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It doesn't say that my iGPU is in active use at all. That's good. Whereas in Pop! OS, it was still using my iGPU, despite the fact that it's disabled at the hardware level. All right, sudo gdebi manager.deb. I think that's right. Yes. Super guy, welcome. More like, yeah, I totally agree. Whatever you mean by that, I agree, 100%. All right, we're gonna basically pin the system package of Firefox in here so the shitty snap can't install and configure itself in my virtual distribution here. Documentation, chat. If you don't do it, it is a great thing. It makes life so much more simple when you have to do shit like this. I have created docs for basically every distro that I've used. You're in arm's reach, yeah. I don't know what is happening. Is it done? I guess. Sudo apt update. Sudo apt install Firefox. There you go. We now have official integration of not only the Ubuntu version of Firefox, but free download manager as well, which means that we can download games to our heart's content. Clear. If we come back over here to overview, we can come into applications and we can export app, Firefox, export app, free download manager, and those should just show up. There it is. And then good old Mozilla here. Where the fuck is it? Firefox on Ubuntu, as people like to call it. We don't need that doc anymore. No. No. Yes. Beautiful. Now, funny thing, I have to come over here, go to settings, go to search. I've got to change this to DuckDuckGo. And I've got to look up Brave Search because it's my favorite search engine because I'm cool like that. We got to add Brave Search, come back over here, and now we can switch to Brave Search, and we're good to go. uBlock origin. I feel like my systems are up at 20%. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the numbers. I'll show you what is left. Whoa, yeah, I'm biting down on my shirt sleeve. Yeah, yeah. Lash out when you're in arm's reach. Beautiful. Close that. Come back over here. We're going to go to all platforms. We're going to come to Windows. We're going to go to Firefox here. We're going to click here. We're going to kill that. We're going to add to Firefox. We're going to allow extension wrap private windows. We're going to do this. We're going to pin. We're going to click OK. We're going to agree to anonymous data collection. And as you can see, it actually works. That is increasingly rare for free download manager. Multi-screen use is finicky. This is Cosmic, yes. I use Vanilla Arch 99% of my life. And by that, I mean since 2025. Like halfway through 2025, I switched to Arch. I really haven't switched to anything else except for like testing purposes. I think Bazite's the only other distro that I use consistently for like weeks. And Cosmic is finally in a good spot where it's not nearly as glitchy. So, about a week ago, week and a half, I installed Cosmic, or I installed Pop! OS to check it out because 2604 still hasn't dropped, of course. Still hasn't fucking dropped, and I really wanted to see what the state of 2404 was. But Pop itself has some rather annoying underlying issues that kind of just ruin the experience for me. Like specifically, certain things like, for instance, file transfers are really finicky in Pop. None of those issues exist in Arch. Arch with Cosmic is everything good about Arch, just with Cosmic. And Cosmic is a great experience for single NVIDIA GPU systems, and that is the main reason that I use it. Now, it is missing a couple of features. It's got mostly everything, like the system monitors here now, and as before, you didn't have that, and it's a great system monitor. But like as you can see, the battery sensor in Cosmic isn't interfacing properly with my battery, so it says my battery's at 0%. That's not the case. I mean, if we looked at something like FastFetch, or we got Interfish, you could see AC connected 93%. So the system's able to communicate with my sensors, but for some reason, Cosmic itself isn't. So, I'm gonna log out and log back in. But I've not had any issues personally with multi-monitor usage. I'm actually mirroring my display right now. So you guys are actually seeing capture from a totally separate machine. I'm on my Lenovo Legion right now. RTX 5060, so I've got the iGPU off, so the iGPU is just not on. I have it disabled in UEFI, and we are just using the RTX 5060. Looking good. The blur effect is just so intensive, it's not even funny. Like, my GPU sitting at 8% usage with nothing happening is pretty wild. Only less than a gig of VRAM being used. That means Cosmic itself, with like one app running, is only consuming like 400 megabytes of video memory. That's wild. But as you can see, you might not be able to see it well on stream, but needless to say, it's not the smoothest experience, and it just has to do with the fact that the blur effect is on. But we can just turn it off. Oh, wait. I have a dual screen KVM. Every time my PC falls asleep, one of the screens is black. Orientation is messed up. Yeah, that sounds about right. That is really cool. You can make this. I mean, Cosmic is so thematically consistent that if you turn this all the way down, it looks weird. So the less transparent it is, the better it performs. I mean, that looks pretty hot. Why did I pick Cosmic? Because my children started school again recently, and there was a piece of software that they needed to use that was specific to Windows that I couldn't get working in Linux. And Windows 11 has terrible dual GPU support for NVIDIA Optimus laptops like this, so what I wanted to do was prioritize my Linux and Windows experience perfectly. And the best way to do that was to disable the iGPU, and in doing so, that limited compatibility with other desktop environments and window managers. So it just made more sense to find a desktop environment that works well with NVIDIA hardware. That's pretty much it. And Cosmic is totally smooth on NVIDIA. It works great. That's the main reason. I could say I feel like garbage. There we go. The frosted blur effect is just bugged right now, so I'm not going to use it. HS, this is not. This is Cosmic. By the way, Bloodshot, Super Guy, HS, appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is the fast fetch. So this is literally just straight up vanilla Arch with Cosmic. Kernel 7.1.8-Arch 1-3. We've got an i7-14700HX, 28 thread CPU, an RTX 5068 gigs, 16 gigs of DDR5 at 5600 megahertz, and a whole bunch of drives for storage. And we do have an Intel Raptor Lake UHD graphics chip in the computer. It's just disabled, like I said. So if you want like a smooth NVIDIA desktop experience in Linux without all the BS that like comes with KDE, even GNOME, in my opinion, is smoother than KDE on NVIDIA hardware for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, we could technically, if I came over here to Cosmic Settings and I looked up Frost again. You can make panels. I wouldn't do that though. Applets, system interface. I think these are the two options. Yeah, so see now there is a transparent effect to that and to like the start menu here. So if I put this back here, frost thickness needs to be upped quite a bit. No, that's not true. Which one is it? One of these. You're in arm's reach. Yeah. What is happening? Yep. So we can kind of maintain the performance and still have the transparent menus and stuff on here. Yeah, it's interesting. We're just going to use it as is. I'm not going to really think too much about it right now, but this is working rather well. Cosmic on AMD. That's interesting that you say that because, funnily enough, most of the people that I know that have AMD hardware actually have a great experience on Cosmic. So I think it is definitely one of those things where fragmentation can just be a bitch, man. That's all I can say. Like you're in arm's reach. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. I feel like garbage. Okay, so we've got all of our data present here on our ext4 partition. So the game that I'm going to play first, well, before I do that, let's come back over here. Appreciate you all being here, by the way. To any of the extra people that might have joined. Frost, I'm just going to turn this off. There's no reason to have it on. It just makes cosmic lag, at least on my RTX 5060. It's kind of annoying. But the game is called Forborn. So all I need to do really is I'm sorry to hear that, Boyd. I'm glad you're able to find something that works, though. Right, well, young, what thing I'm under. Oh, Lord. Walk it through the number. I'll show you what is left. Very nice. Looks beautiful. So all I need to do is set up my Umu front ends properly. So Heroic is my primary Umu front end. That's what I'm using. We can switch to literally any other theme here. I mean, that looks okay. We'll just leave it on Nordlight right now. And we are default installation path. Heroic 1 terabyte ext4, and then we will set our prefix directory here too. It's really important that we don't fuck this up though, because if we do, I'm going to lose my save data, which isn't going to be fun. So heroic prefixes, use. So it's going to default to, oh. Did they switch? There's no way. Did they switch? Did Proton catch you latest? Well, I would feel more like I would do more when I was long. Okay, I'm going to allow Valve Proton builds just because. Wine Manager. Proton Cat. Dude, they did. They switched to Catchy Proton latest. Fuck yeah, dude. That is great news. Well, games don't work on Linux. All of the slop games that want to steal all of the money out of your wallet, basically. Call of Duty, Fortnite, games with kernel level anti-cheat, games that I don't want to play anyway. But if I did, I would just use Windows. Got thirsty there for a second. Holy shit. Why does Linux not support kernel level anti-cheat? Because the developers won't allow it to. It has nothing to do with Linux. It all to do with the fact that these companies don't want you having control of your hardware. The Linux kernel, I believe since like Linux kernel 6, has had the capability of supporting kernel level anti-cheat. They just won't let you. You know why? Because unlike in Windows, you could tear Linux apart at the seams and see how it works. So imagine they did allow those games to work. They could just as easily make the justification, well, we're just making it easier for users to understand how our kernel level anti-cheat works. And that's really all there is to it. And they suck. Those companies fucking suck. And they're super selfish in a lot of situations. And the kernel level anti-cheat doesn't even fucking work. So you're literally using it for no fucking reason. It does nothing. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh Lord, I'll walk you through the number. Show you what is left. Oh, we got a new screen here. Dude, everybody's switching to Proton Catchy latest. This is sick. Skateboard Gavin, welcome. Everybody is in fact correct about this, yes. All of these things could work, they just simply don't allow it, especially easy anti-cheat titles. There's no fucking reason that a developer wouldn't support that unless they're just super cringe. Okay, as soon as this is done, what I want to do is I need to create an intermediary restore point through BTRFS Assistant. So I'm going to close that. That's good. I can close that. I can come back over here and open that. Oh, Lord, I'll walk you through the number. I'll show you what is left. I'm going to create a couple of categories here. Well, first and foremost, Heroic does create a directory in here, new folder, installs. Root. Manage category. The game I'm about to play is called Four Board. I tried to play it yesterday, but I don't remember. I was like really tired because I got off of work. I'm gonna try it again though. Unless you're talking to somebody else, in which case, I'm sorry for answering. Anyway, installs root. I've got OCD like a motherfucker, so I want to I have to categorize everything. Itch.io. Pirated, because I am a filthy pirate. I believe that's it. All right. I pretty much set up everything I care to set up right now, so we're just going to do this. Nice little tutorial for anybody that's never used an Umu front end like Heroic. Welcome to the stream, by the way, everybody. It's called Floorborn. Select platform version to install Windows, of course. You can switch that to Linux or browser if you want to, if you're playing a game like that. Like I said, Heroic has officially switched to Catchy, Proton latest, and Proton Plus has also switched to that being the default. Fucking stick, because Catchy Proton latest just tends to work better than Glorious Eggroll at this point. Anyway, here's the important thing. Before I fuck anything up, I'm going to make a backup of my prefix directory here, because I don't want to lose all my save data. So I'm just going to throw this in my desktop somewhere. I'll paste that. I'll go ahead and hide this. Remove from sidebar. Download. Remove from sidebar. Remove from sidebar. Come back over here. I will add that. I'll add this. I will add this. Heroic, add. And then the same thing with Lutris, add. Okay. So, show wide settings. As you can see here, it does say that this game will be in its own prefix directory. This is super important when you're messing with Heroic or any Umu front end, because what's the first thing you're going to do if the game doesn't work in Linux? You're going to delete the prefix and regenerate it. That is the surefire way to start troubleshooting a game. If that doesn't fix it, well, then you know it's something else, but that is the easiest thing to do. So having them all organized like that is so useful, it's not even funny. We add the exe, we can finish. I'm going to do a test here. I'm going to see if it actually just pulls in the directory info. It's possible. The prefix does exist, and it's a catchy Proton prefix, so it is possible that this game will recognize that there's already data in the folder, or it will delete it. Heroic backups, EFX. It's doing the thing where it takes forever to launch, so I think it might be trying to generate a new prefix. Oh, of course, dude. Always powered Adobe software. Okay, we're in it. Installing Vanilla Arch is so I still haven't done what I said I was going to do. BTRFS Assistant. Okay, Numlock's not on. That's really cringe. Great utility here, Snapper. As you can see, I've got my system configured to take snapshots constantly when I install apps or update the system. So what I like to do is manually create restore points that never get deleted. So post clean install restore point. And now I'm going to do intermediary restore point mid config. And that will never be deleted. So now I've got multiple restore points. So like, say for instance, I wanted to update my system. I could. So I would just type in paru. Come over here, type in my sudoers password again. And there's nothing available. I will check for Flatpak updates. Of course, I have a couple. Of course, that would be just my luck. I'm using a Flatpak and I've got some updates. Updating app stream data for user remote flat hub. FA, which by the way, I don't know if you guys ever set up fish aliases or whatever your shell is. But these are super useful. I love them. I couldn't live without them. I have aliases for all sorts of stuff, for uninstalling unused Flatpak dependencies that don't need to be there, Flatpak repair, NVIDIA SMI. So if I want to watch the processes on my NVIDIA card, I could just type that in. It just works. We're on driver 610.57.04. By the way, for those of you that weren't here when I said it, since we are playing games in Linux, it's probably important to know my hardware. That would be a 28-thread Intel Core i7-14700HX, 16 gigs DDR5 at 5600 megahertz, 8 gigabyte RTX 5060 Max Q. And we're running this on a Samsung 990 Pro 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. My best drive by far in terms of performance. The fastest drive that I have. And I am running the game off of my 2 terabyte external USB-C SSD, which is split into 2 partitions, a 1 terabyte NTFS partition, 1 terabyte ext4 partition. My other Kioxia 1 terabyte NVMe in this computer has Windows 11 on it, a Rufus install that I like almost never boot into, but it is there in case I ever need it. So that's the hardware. Once again, we're using ProtonCatchy latest. It just works. What can I say? It's a great tool. I haven't even tested if I can hear this, so this might be a little bit of trial and error. I don't hear anything. I might legitimately have to log out and log back in because the volume applet in Cosmic is totally busted. That's life. The bugs of a brand new Wayland Compositor Windows/desktop environment. Window Manager/desktop environment. Great tool. Look how smooth this is. Workspace switching. Say I want to have Cosmic System Monitor open so I can monitor my processes. It's so fucking good. It's not even funny. Watch our processes on the NVIDIA card. I do have some workspaces here, so I usually like to pin 3 or 4. Yeah, I can't hear anything, so let's... Okay, let's drag this down a workspace. Open this bitch up. Yeah, I don't use DaVinci. I use Kdenlive for pretty much everything, but DaVinci does work well. Super easy to get working in Arch, too, which I really like. Let's check out Phelps' live stream for a second, see if we can hear it. Oh, we can fix it. Good. Output, HDMI. And it broke. And I hear it, though.
They sound pretty cool. Not bad.
I think so. When I was young. Okay, maybe his stream is just super quiet. The Andrew Wilson-Candace Owens debate was pretty nuts, too, by the way. Okay, let me see if I can hear this. It is super quiet, but we might just have to deal with it. Because it's not even letting me turn it up. My system volume. Actually, let me look up a command. How to turn volume up. Fuck you. Volume up with a mixer. Wait. With terminal in Arch Linux. I don't know if Arch uses a mixer. I am talking, yes. And I'm peaking constantly, so it probably sounds like shit. Okay, so is it ALSA? No, it's Pipewire. How to turn volume Arch Linux to 100%. Oh. I'm a little retarded, so I didn't. I'm just gonna assume that it's this.
Nah,
There we go.
Fuck.
There we go. We can now hear, thank you Cosmic for not working. For literally no fucking reason. But whatever, we made it work. This game is weird because you like have to crouch to interact with shit. I don't know why. You do. Anyway, this game seems really interesting. Mainly using, but also have Catchy on it. It's probably install Catchy, as only give it 40 gigabytes of space. That's probably not a bad idea, although Linux is one of the very few kernels that have OSs built around it that can be on small disk space. Matter of fact, most Linux distributions can still be run perfectly fine off of a mechanical hard drive, which is nuts. I mean, fuck, you can use them on a USB flash drive. Here's what I'll say about Catchy. I love Arch. I don't like a lot of the politics surrounding it though. And Catchy OS is like everything good about Arch, but just a little bit better out of the box. Less user interference needed to get it set up. Whereas like in Catchy, it automatically defaults to the Lamine bootloader, automatically takes snapshots of everything, post clean install restore point, which I have to manually create. I have to manually configure Snapper. I have to manually delete my home config in Snapper. I have to take intermediary snapshots all the time, stuff like that. I have to manually configure everything else. But there is a bug in Catchy that I had. Now, there's not saying you'll have this issue. I don't know what CPU you're using or what your chipset is. But since I have an Intel CPU, I have an Intel chipset for my USB controllers and everything else. And there is a terrible bug in Catchy OS right now, or at least I know the new ISO just came out with the last release, where in Catchy only, the only operating system this has ever happened to me in, the USB controller in the kernel will literally kill itself. And I'll be literally in the middle of streaming, and all of my USB devices, from the keyboard on my actual laptop to the keyboard I have plugged into it, to my mouse, to my headset, to my storage device, everything will just turn off with no warning, unsafely. So that is the reason I switched back to just regular Arch. Don't know why. I don't know why. I'm assuming that it's supposedly a really old issue that was supposed to have been fixed in Linux kernel 6.13, I think, and now it's just there. I don't fucking know why. It broke my heart too, because I was having a great fucking time with Catchy, I'll tell you. I really was. It was so nice having the power of Arch without the bullshit, you know? Planning on moving to Bazite. Any tips where I can get help? Start off because you're really interested. Yeah, hit me up anytime, man. We have a Discord in the pinned comment or the stream chat by the support links. We'd love to have you in there. Tons of useful resources, tons of people that would be willing to help. You ever see me live, feel free to ask a question. I always like to say that I'm here for a couple of reasons. One, to bring a little bit of positivity to your life, and two, to be a stepping stone in your Linux journey, and I mean that. I don't make any money on this channel, and I never have. I mean, I've gotten donations before on like Ko-Fi and stuff, but I'm not getting paid for this. I just come on here because I truly believe in what Linux has to offer. I've been using it for literally half my life. I'm 27 years old. I've been using Linux since I was 13, and I believe in it. I believe in it so much that I have devoted thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of hours of my life to coming on here to teach people about it. Because when you're knowledgeable about something like this, and you know it can make a difference in somebody's life, it's almost like, this is going to be really gay, but fucking Spider-Man talking about, I can't believe I'm going to say this. You know, if the bad things happen and you choose not to help, they happen because of you. Kind of how I feel about this. So I just get on here and I might be playing games, but I'm mostly just service tech support to my viewers. You wouldn't believe how many people I've converted to Linux and how many people I've helped. Like, I've seen it all. I've been using Linux since Ubuntu 12.04. So not as long as other people. Most people haven't been using it as long as me though. Like, most of the people in my chat have been using Linux for less than a year. I would say the next tier above that are people that have been using it for about 5 years. And then you've got people like me that have been using it for 14 years. And you've got a very small set of people in my chat, like 2 people I can think of that have been using it since the 90s. So it's not very common. But I would love to help you anytime, man. You just feel free to pop in and ask. I work 6 days a week, though, so I can't promise you I'll be able to get back to you, like, immediately, but I'll try my best, because I do check Discord and stuff on my breaks. But yeah, that's where we're at, man. Super Guy, don't you worry, man. If the channel ever takes off, I have a dream. There will be a website based around this channel and the content that I provide, and it will literally be the ultimate Linux forum, free to use for anybody. It'll have a tier of distributions listed. So imagine the Ubuntu forums, but imagine you could go to Novi Linux, because eventually I'd like to have an Arch ISO packaged in a way that I feel like would be really useful to people out of the box. And I want a website. And the website would be forums for everything. There could be a section for tutorials. And then there would just be like a generalized forum where you would go in, oh, you use Ubuntu, you're having an issue with Ubuntu. Okay, click on the Ubuntu section. Anybody can post solutions, post issues, whatever. Catchy OS, Vanilla Arch, Pop OS, Debian, whatever distro it is. Ultimately, that's where I'd like to get. Because I agree, there should be a more centralized way to have something like this that's not locked behind a Discord server. Unfortunately, that's what I've got now. But you know, ultimately, that's what I want to do. Astra, it's nice to see you too, my friend. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how to develop a website, so, but I know people that do, and I know people that believe in it like I do. And they're like, man, I never thought of that. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to happen. Just like this guy's going to press the red button. But I fucking love Linux, man. I really do. Love everything about it. Except for the politics. So many people are so cringe when it comes to Linux. I understand gatekeeping is like good sometimes. You know what the number one reason people don't use Linux is? The one major reason. It's not complexity. It's not the terminal. Those are reasons, but not the biggest reason. It's the community. And my mission with creating this channel was to be the centralized community of Linux users full of people that actually care and will not gatekeep and will not be elitist and will help. Unbiased. I don't give a fuck what distribution you use. I don't care about your computer usage habits. Any and everybody's welcome here. I don't play those games. And I've been able to successfully foster a rather small community, but a community of people that are like that. So, yep, 4 to 5 years sounds about right. And yes, Astra, I eventually would like to have a website for the channel. Like I said, it would be like the ultimate Linux forum site. And anybody could post there. You could post. I mean, it doesn't matter what distro you use. You'd be able to literally click on whatever distro you use and see issues and see solutions. It's gonna be great. And ultimately, the ISO that I'd like to have would be Vanilla Arch, but it would be with the customizations that I see fit for new users because I look out for the little guy. I am an experienced Linux user and I've been using it for a fucking long time. I'm not worried about the experienced users. They already got it. I want people that are interested or people that don't know about Linux at all. I want to show them how it works and show them what it's capable of. That way they can, because a lot of people say, well, if they need help installing it, they don't need that extra hand holding right at the very beginning because then they'll never learn anything. That's not true. If you can get them through the door, you're going to open up 100 other doors for them. And that's the perspective that I come from. It's an MSI problem. Funnily enough, Skateboard, I'm actually capturing this computer right now from an MSI GF16 10SC, I believe, with an Intel Core i5 10500H, maybe, and a GTX 1650. I ran Linux on this computer for months and never had an issue like that, although it's totally possible that your specific MSI hardware just does. But it's been a largely pain-free hassle for me. Well, actually, you know what? I don't remember if I used Lamine on the MSI, so maybe that would happen. Possible. Lamine is really cool. I actually went through the trouble of learning Lamine. For some reason, Catchy really does Lamine the best I've seen. If you install Vanilla Arch via the Arch install script, and you select Lamine as your bootloader, Carlos, welcome. Appreciate you being here, my friend. If you select Lamine as a bootloader, it will only allocate 1 gigabyte for your boot partition, which is not enough. With Lamine, especially if you want BTRFS snapshots, and especially if you have the LTS kernel installed as a backup instead of simply just the mainline kernel, Lamine requires a lot of space for its boot partition. Otherwise, you won't be able to hold like 6 restore points, and your computer will constantly fail to update it. And resizing your boot partition post install is a huge pain in the ass. Okay, so we have the same. I just have the 16 series version of that skateboard, so we are on very similar hardware. Well, I mean, the laptop that I'm capturing right now is a Lenovo Legion 5i, but there's no RGB software for Acer Predator laptop, so you made your own. That's fucking awesome, man. Definitely share something like that in the Discord server if you ever join it. Possible to contribute as your web dev. I may not be the biggest help. I would love to get with you at some point, man. Yeah, I'll let you know when I've actually got a decent amount of free time if you want to help me work on something like that. A lot of people have been changing their names recently. Damn, I love the fucking sound she's making. I'm one nasty birdie. Hey, call mom. $12:34. Damn, it's almost that time in my time zone. Hey, mom. I need to ask you something. Why did you kill Dad? Why did you make my father a corpse? And then hide him in the basement? Why have you still not disposed of said corpse? Why does the house smell like corpse, Mom? It reeks of death in here, Mom. Mom, you remember that one time you taught me how to masturbate? Sorry, my mind is just all over the place. Think back over as well as your MSI. Let me know how that goes, man. I'd love to hear about it. Like I said, anybody that's new to the chat, welcome. And of course, like I said that twice just now. We do have a Discord. We'd love to have you. I'm trying to build a community here of like-minded individuals that want to help people learn Linux. So I understand if you don't want to join it because Discord sucks. I get it. But I like to plug it anyway because we do have over 200 Linux users in there and a lot of great people that I've become really good friends with. Damn, she wants me to press the red button? What is this, the fucking Matrix? If my wife slapped the phone out of my hand, I would shit on the floor. If I asked my mom why she hadn't switched to Linux yet, she'd be like, what's a computer? Okay. Good gosh, Dip, do a little slide. Oh. Very nice. Low polygon booty. Oh, damn. So true. You go, girl. Damn, that's creepy as fuck. What the fuck? Damn. Oh, she got a smiley face on them panties. The hell? That is a fat man. And I'm carrying him as if he weighs 2 pounds. You be quieter and then you like it like this. Where do you want me to put this motherfucker? Okay. Wait, okay, whatever. What's my favorite distro? That is such a double-edged sword for me. I would say Arch. Arch now, before it was Linux Mint. If Linux Mint had a capable and competent Wayland session, which I think it will when 23 releases in December, then I would be probably a lot more prone to using that. What in the fuck is this game, dude?
Whoa.
Okay, if I had to give you a distro tier list right now of distributions that I would trust enough to recommend to people to install, I would say Bazzite is really good, although there's an asterisk with that. I did run into an issue last time I used Bazzite where my flat packs stopped updating and I couldn't install them. That only happened that one install, and I don't know why, and I for some reason couldn't fix it. Secondly, I would say Apache OS and Endeavor OS. I like Endeavor more just because I have more history with it. Endeavor is the reason why I got into Arch in the first place. I used to hate Arch because the community just pissed me off so bad. They all constantly picking on me for not using it. Once again, elitism, bullshit, whatever. So give or take, either Vanilla Arch, CatchyOS, or Endeavor. But I would say CatchyOS and Endeavor actually care about the user and have less political BS going on behind the scenes where the communities are infinitely less hostile. Endeavor OS is like the Linux Mint of Arch and like Catchy too. So, I'm trying to think of anything else that I would say. I mean, I love Linux Mint, but unless you're on older hardware and you just like Xorg, that's like my biggest holdback. Not to mention Linux Mint literally will not run on this computer at all. It will hard crash no matter what graphics driver I use. Every 20 minutes, the system will break. It just is incompatible with my RTX 5060 for whatever reason. I really like Pop! OS. Pop! OS still needs a lot of work. It is by far not perfect. Ubuntu's good. If you like GNOME and you don't mind some of the canonical BS, Ubuntu is still probably a better operating system than Windows 11. It's infinitely less bad, despite still having some things about it that I don't like. Namely, the fact that they replaced apt installs with snap installs, which is bullshit, because when I type sudo apt install, I expect to get a system package, because it's not a snap. I didn't type in snap install Firefox. I typed in sudo apt install Firefox. So that's really gay. Whatever. You can just disable or delete all that. But it's a remarkably stable distribution. It's kept relatively up to date in the modern day. And the Ubuntu repos do have access to very new software now. Yeah, I'm an Arch guy. What can I say? I like Arch. I do like the apt base. I think it's a good package manager, but I think Arch it just covers everything. It's an infinitely versatile distribution that doesn't get in your way. But I kind of get why certain people aren't into it. I totally get it, but for me, it's like so true, Charles. It's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Linux is about freedom of choice, and Ubuntu takes that choice away when they replace apt installs with snaps. Hey, what's up, Grandpa? Gamer, welcome. Damn, I'm sorry, Grandma. This game is freaky deaky. Son of a bitch. Every time I'm about to get to room 20, some fucker dies. Every fucking time. What game I'm under? But yeah, when Linux Mint 23 comes out or Pop! OS 2604 comes out, I might have a different answer to that question, Charles. Yo, I've played the other games that this dev has made, and this one is by far the weirdest.
Whoa.
Okay. That was pretty funny. Damn, she fucking set that thing on the stove eye for 5 minutes? That is not good, skateboard. But I'm assuming you got it sorted out, so at least that ended up working out in the future. Well, what was the future is now the past, but catch my drift. What? What in the fuck is this game? Yo, I'm surprised this dude ain't jerking off right now. Just bend her over in the hallway, you fucking retard. Fuck you. Damn, man. Yeah, when you're partitioning Linux, it's always important to remember, technically speaking, only need 2 things, thanks to ZRAM. You need a FAT32/boot/EFI partition if you're on UEFI firmware interface. And you need a root partition. It can be infinitely more complex than that if you want it to be. When you're dual booting Linux and Windows, it's always best to try to do it on separate drives. That's all I can say. I know that that's not always accessible to people. I totally get it. But there's so many horror stories of Windows just like straight up deleting Linux boot partitions and stuff like that. So it's just something you gotta be mindful of. Dude, I'm gonna climb up on the top of this house and jump into the road at this fucking rate. Sorry, I'm jerking off my antler. Up to 120 views on the stream, by the way, guys. I appreciate it. Damn, that face sucking. An Arch ISO, hell yeah. Honestly, man, I've got content on the channel that would help you set up Vanilla Arch if you're ever interested in trying it. You can configure it to be just like catchy in 30 minutes. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask, of course. I don't know why, I just suddenly had the urge to play the Buzz Lightyear game on PS1. What in the fuck? Why does he look like a monkey? He's just sitting there. Uh. Can I turn it? Okay, skateboard, I couldn't answer that one for you, buddy. Did anybody catch what the other key it said I could do was? Am I supposed to be able to fucking turn it? Okay, whatever. One hour left.
Please, Search Warrant, open the door now! Search Warrant, open the door now!
Okay. Oh, he's fucking dead. Interesting. Okay. Honestly, skateboard, if you think you're ready to make the jump, man, help you in whatever way I can. Like I said, I barely use my Windows drive, but it is a separate drive, so I've got the space to spare. Damn, mommy's got racks. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think dual booting really is worth it unless you've got separate drives. Plot twist? Damn, this is hitting me in the feels. Hell yeah, skateboard. I hope it works well, man. What in the fuck am I playing? Oh man, that's no wonder mom hates me. Born a demon. Damn.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh hell yeah. I was really hoping I could see mom's cooch. Not my mom's cooch, but my digital mom's cooch. Not a bad idea, man.
Hmm.
I think Lenovo hardware in general is just really good with Linux. I don't have a ThinkPad, but I have a Legion, and other than NVIDIA driver woes, it's been pretty damn good.
Hmm.
Damn, my bitch killed me. Very nice. Yeah, Mesa implementation in the Linux kernel is great.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Well, you know, in my experience, anything in the Mesa, well, I mean, maybe Intel's different, but at least AMD performs much better in Linux. What in the fuck is going on? You just murdered me, you stupid bitch. What the fuck? Very nice skateboard. What an odd game.
Command executed. Spawned 1,000 zombies.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Eat her. But in the nice way. Between the legs, between the cheeks. I've been meaning to test Lego Batman in Windows. I keep forgetting to. I'm getting stressed out. I think I'm doing it wrong. What the fuck? NVK. I have never seen that. I'm gonna have to look at this real quick and see what the instructions were because I've already fucked it up. Test. Observe the light and the sound and press the button at the exact moment the power reaches its peak. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Is this what it's like to be a father? I wouldn't know. I only have 6 kids and one on the way. What an interesting game. Alright, time to test something out. Metal Hellsinger. I'm gonna see if this just works. I should be able to simply import this. Middle Hellsinger, where the fuck you at? I just wanna fuck your ass, but I can't do it 'cause I'm too fat. Yeah, I'm put it up inside your ass. I'm a cat. Meow meow, I'm a cat. Can't you tell 'cause I use Arch, I'm a cat. Damn, Cosmic is so fucking smooth. Okay. This is why I backed up my prefix. Dude. I just went through my first week of training at work, and I start third shift Sunday. I've been up since 7 a.m. and I basically have to force myself to stay awake so I can be ready Sunday. I am pushing myself to the absolute motherfucking limit right now. Okay, that did not work. So we gotta go to settings, we gotta do wine tricks. And I know what to install, it's called VC Redist 15. We open up the wine tricks GUI here. For anybody that might want to play Metal Hellsinger, select the default wine prefix. Yes, I don't want to share statistics. Okay. We're going to install Windows DLL or component. Click OK. And we're going to scroll all the way to this right here. Click OK. Hello, Ryan. It was work, man. Okay. VC Run 2015. It should launch now. I don't know if my save data is going to be there, but I can just copy it back in. Small percentage of people may experience seizures when exposed to certain visual images, including flashing lights. Unity F mod and powered by Microsoft Azure PlayFab. All I know is that I like to play with my fat cat. Outsiders. All I know is that I got a cat. My save that is gone. Fuck this shit. I got a ding dong. I have, yes. And the way he tested Pop! OS was absolutely. He just went into this thing with like absolutely no. Why did this save here? That entire all of his Linux videos have had some like major flaw to them that just totally messed it up for me. Metal Hellsinger, not open the directory. Dropsy, click on users, go to no viewers please. App data, local load, the outsiders too. Metal. Now I fucking come to this shit. Go Kettle. Add to sidebar, get Kettle. Gosh, to do a little slide, but I don't know why. I'm about to cry, about to die. Now we go to prefixes, then Metal Hellsinger, and do the same shit. Says users, no viewers, app data, local low, outsiders, middle, and I click this shit. Now I copy it, then I come over here, then I paste it in the directory, apply to all, click replace. Good gosh, do a little Read before playing. I like to swing. Play with danglings. Yeah, my shit ain't working, but my girl squirting. Why did it do that? I'm glad to hear that, my friend. Okay, I think user. Oh, okay, I was in the Steam user directory. That's retarded. Now we click replace, minimize the window till we get grape. All I know is that I'm launching the game again, and I like crepes. But it do a little bit at the case. Logan, welcome. Fedora 44 is rushed and do not use it. I agree. So is Fedora 43. It's a shame too, because Fedora 42 is pretty good. Welcome to the channel, by the way, my friend. What? Replace. Okay. Why is it opening that? What the fuck? Barry, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Some weird shit going on here. I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard I try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know. Time is a valuable thing. Watch it go by as the pendulum swings. At the end of the day, the clock ticks life away. So unreal. Didn't look out below. Said watch the clock fly right out the window. I want my save data. Where the fuck is it at, man? Well, if you're going to be using Catchy OS or Arch, then I would recommend BTRFS for your root. Good snapshot integration. Pretty much why. It just opens the Steam user directory. I mean, are these just the same directory? But I don't know why they would be listed separately. Sure thing, my friend. Steam R Hitman for any hackers? All right, this is from August 13th at 9:02 p.m., so that's the file that I copied. Okay, there's my data. Users, local low, the outsiders, metal. Let me copy the entire directory. This should work. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I have to force this in a different way. Maybe I have to manually specify that directory in the terminal or something. Okay, let me try something. CD to desktop. Which directory am I in right now? Drive C, users, app data, local, no. LSD. Plasma or Cosmic? Honestly, I mean, I like Cosmic a lot, but Plasma's probably the safer bet. Current working directory in Linux. I forget how to do this. DWD. It says no viewers. Okay, so if I change directory to mount 1TB ext4 heroic prefixes Middle Hill Singer drive C users no viewers current working directory. Okay, list cd into app data local low the outsiders save. Okay, so if I copy no viewers desktop heroic backup prefix Middle Hill Singer drive C users no viewers app data local low the outsiders middle save to mount 1TB ext4 heroic prefixes Middle Hill Singer drive C user no viewer app data local low the outsiders. I believe that's the right directory. I would copy it into that. Oh, CPR. That is true, man. You definitely can do both. Maybe this is just a bug in Cosmic. I'm hoping that worked though. Nope. Those are different prefixes though. No. CD. Okay. So we've got Steam user, we've got no viewers, and we've got Steam user. So those are the copied files. I don't know why it's not working. Let me try this. Honestly, I couldn't tell you, man. It's totally possible though. Bam, game, let me come in here to my Windows drive maybe. I think I have Middle Hill Singer on here. So it would be in here, app data local low. If I copy this, okay, I'm just going to delete this, paste this. Very good news, my friend. Why in the world is this storing the information somewhere? You know what? Hold on a second. Heroic prefixes. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to generate a totally new prefix for this game. I'm going to open up desktop in a new tab. Metal Hellsinger, Drive C, users, no viewers, app data local O, The Outsiders Metal. I'm going to copy this shit and I'm going to put it right back up in this bitch right here. I know why. How much you want to bet? Watch this. That's why. That's why. Wow, that's really annoying. Okay, Metal Hellsinger. I just want my save data, that's it. Okay, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come back over here. Drive C, users, no viewers, app data local O, The Outsiders Metal. There's nothing here. Now the game's not going to launch because VC Redist isn't detected. Means I go back over here. I come back over here. Wow, this is so fun. Let's see if I can hold that node again. All right, I have to select, install Windows DLL component, click OK. And now I'm going to go down here. Watch the magic. My assumption is that it detected the directory was already there and couldn't create a new one, and therefore automatically went to the wrong one. Scamming. On the hardest difficulty, by the way, which means that we're definitely not going to beat this.
The first hell was Vogue. Styx crystal, good for health. Cambion starts the murder parade.
Yeah, Catchy installs really quick. Vanilla Arch installs in exactly 4 minutes and 57 seconds for me.
Chaos Crystal nearby somewhere.
Sorry if I'm not talking as much. This game requires so much focus, not even funny. Damn. That enemy specifically is such a pain.
Cleared that mess up, lickety split.
Oh my gosh.
Unknown heard the music now.
I don't know how you're supposed to fucking do this shit. Like, this is rough. Oh, my arms are so sore. Alright, it works. Works very well. I don't know why it created a shared prefix directory though, that pisses me off. But we got it. We can come back over here, heroic. I don't need this directory here. I literally have a prefix directory set in the fucking app itself, so it shouldn't even do that. See this? Well, let's play some schlocky horror games. Let me sign into Roblox real quick. Okay, let's go to Outlook. I will unhide my screen here in just a moment. Yeah, honestly, man, I wasn't keeping track, but not very long. Yeah. All right. Paste this. Email myself a one-time code. That one was pretty good. I liked it. What is this one? Backrooms Company. We'll try this one. Oh wait, no, I'm fucking retarded. Continue. X6F8FG. 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 8FG. Bam. Oh, fuck. Hold on one second. I can't show this.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room.
1 second. I gotta watch this real quick. I gotta see this fucking. I gotta see what Doom looks like. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm not like a Marvel shill. I like Marvel, not like the MCU though. But to see fucking Robert Downey Jr. coming this fucking Doom is gonna be sick. Damn, he looks good. Man, I hope this movie doesn't suck. And he's actually part of the Fantastic Four universe? Pretty nuts. His suit just looks so fucking cool. I gotta connect to my Wi-Fi anyway. Looks cool. Okay. Doctor Doom looks fucking sick. What can I say? Back to the main event. Yeah, we gotta go 240 up on this bitch. And we need to change graphics mode to manual, and we gotta max that puppy out. They don't have any single player lobbies? Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I know my name is Pineball, and I'm gonna drink some pine sol. I am so damn corny, but I love to eat it all. Started when I was offered a job as a remote Parker Ranger when I was 16 with barely any work experience. The opportunity felt almost too good to be true. I thought this would be an easy way to spend some of the summer making some extra pocket money. The events that are about to unfold are entirely based on a true story. This can be a rip-off of Fears to Fathom, isn't it? Night 0? What about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7? For whatever reason, I can't move. Cosmic, are you back to your old tricks again? Teletubbies. What? Bella. What? Gonna get gosh to a little slide like a clock. I cannot move for some reason. Why? I don't know. %. I cannot move. Why can't I move? Some weird shit going on here? Okay, so what is it saying? Shift lock switch, camera mode, no. Automatic translations, rephrase messages. That doesn't work either. I don't know why. No matter how hard I try, I'ma get down with the sky. I'ma lick up on that cry. I'ma get down till I bypass this bitch. I can't move. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Instead of watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. I can move now. Teleporting to the game. On my food programs, I'm going insane. Okay. Try again. Hi. I have to be. Yeah. I can't move. Why? Okay, try something else, I guess. Damn. Maybe it'll work now.
Imagine this cargo bed working for you, no view version.
Oh, it said it right. Nuts. Still can't move. I doesn't make any sense. Restart it, maybe. Don't know why. Wouldn't be working. Try this one. Okay, welcome. Appreciate you being here. I can move when I'm in third person, but if I go to first, for some reason it just doesn't work. I just want to play some fucking schlocky horror games. That's it. Damn, Bella. Oh, this game. I played this. This one works. So why the fuck do the other ones not work? Damn, that's loud. Hey, maybe it just started working randomly and now I can do the other ones. Although now what I wanted to play is not here. Cool. Damn, dude, what the fuck? No, I don't want to spend Robux, you fucking bitch. The single player lobby, you dumb fuck. What are you, 5? Great inspiration indeed. Oh yeah, of course. Oh man, I love it when one of my testicles pops out of the hole in my pants. Yeah. What program would that be, Skateboard? A VHS store was hiring overnight. Now that's how I know this fucking person lied. Processing ID. I'm not familiar, but if there's a flat pack for it, that might be worth a shot. Oh my gosh.
You must be the new guy. You made it to your first shift. I'm the manager. If you have any issues, you can call me. But your job is pretty simple. Basically, all you'll be doing is helping customers and processing returns. Hopefully that's not too complicated for you. Before I go, I lost the key to the basement door somewhere around the store, so keep an eye out for it, kid.
Day in, day out. Lunch in, lunch out. Like a pair of keys if I ever saw one. Oh, I fucking played the itch.io version of this. What does that say? User local. Impossible to see. That is absolutely nuts that there is a snap and not a flat pack. Holy shit. I would probably try the AUR package then. Assuming that that's not the one you tried first. Damn, Grandma's built. Wonder how far out of bounds I can walk. I guess it's possible we could glitch out, maybe. Down, diggity down, diggity down. Do 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 do. And I wish VHS stores were still a thing. Come on, glitch me out. Build failed. What does the terminal output say? Okay, wow, that's bullshit. Probably missing some random dependency or something. But it should say something about it, so. You are welcome, random guy. Anything else? Did it say anything about... Oh, maybe I would assume base-devil is already there. Usually when you install something like that, it'll automatically pull in what it needs. If you can find specifically what it's trying to look for that's not in the system, that would help you a lot. B++ issue. Could you tell me what the name of the application is? Is it literally just called what you said earlier? Processing IDE. Oh, it's literally just called processing. Do you have Gradle installed? Does this app require Java? If that is the case, you might have to install Gradle and Java. Or maybe it's looking for a specific version.
This emergency alert has been published by the local authorities regarding this matter. This is an urgent warning to any of the local residents. We urge you to stay inside, lock all doors and
You could try
windows,
sudo
and stay
pacman
alert.
-capitalist Gradle.
The infamous
Or you
killer
could look
clown
and
who
see
was
if maybe the
arrested
app is in the
recently after
catchy
being found
repos.
guilty for a string of
Possible.
gruesome murders has
Type in
escaped
sudo
the
pacman
local jail.
-capitalist processing,
He escaped
or whatever the app
consequently
name
right
is.
before he was scheduled
Totally
to
possible they
transfer
pulled their
to a
own package in.
high-security prison. Authorities warn that he may be in the town or nearby. We appreciate your cooperation and support in a time like this.
Doesn't look like it. Maybe the tar ball would be your best bet then? Assuming that also isn't affected by whatever missing package. I'd like to hear a joke. What do you get when you cross a mentally ill loner with a wife that abandons you for a guy that lives in Denmark and treats you like trash? Tell you what you get. Kevin's child. Yeah, I noticed that Gradle had an AUR release also. Might be worth building the latest one. Especially if you're trying to build that package from the AUR, it might specifically want that one. One more time. That's right, I said you would win. That's right, I know I'm there. That's right, what you say you go to put down to the ground. That's right, I know my way. That's right, I know I'm gay. Well, I know I will go on and on. Where everyone goes in Novi Linux.
Wow, you've made it to your second shift. Most people don't. Last night there was a pretty bad storm and some of the rainwater leaked through the roof. I'm gonna need you to mop the water up before a customer slips on it and sues us, because then none of us will be getting paid. Also, the power has been acting up due to the storm, so if the goes out, you can fix it at the power switch in the basement. One last thing. The bathroom door seems to be jammed, so I hope you don't need to go, haha. Good luck tonight, kid.
There's what to fucking say. Why the fuck is there water everywhere? Who the fuck is gonna slip on it back here? It's so dumb. I'm gonna get down to the ground. That's right, I know my way. Oh, I'm strange. Oh, thank God. Okay, let's do it. Hope it works for you, man. Wouldn't it be nice if it just had a universal run file? Don't know I am go on and on. Everybody knows that I'm on. That's right, I do my way. That's right, I know I'm strange. I got a blister on my toe. Wait, I don't know what that is. Fucking hurts. Damn, what an attractive man. I love the sound that it makes when I pull my eyelid off my eyeball. It's like a really wet pussy getting smashed. Kind of crazy. Gave you a dev file. You could skateboard. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, you could very easily set up DistroBox and run the application using an Ubuntu base, if that's easier. Super easy. Matter of fact, I have it in my documentation here. See if I can pull it up real quick, just in case. The only packages you would need is you would need to install DistroShelf via Flatpak. First and foremost, you would need Podman and Docker. And then you would need to enable the Docker service with sudo systemctl enable -- now Docker. Then you would open up DistroShelf, click use bundled DistroBox with the Flatpak. And when you do that, you could install any distro that has an available image from Docker and run the app natively in CatchyOS, but from a different base. And you could just sudo apt install gdebi and install that .deb with gdebi. I have to do that with certain things in Arch because sometimes a package just isn't available. Yeah, fortunately getting that's really easy. Just follow the steps I just told you. Of course, when you enter DistroBox or DistroShelf the first time, you just type in Ubuntu and you could install Ubuntu 2404. That's how I have Firefox and Free Download Manager installed. And you could just access it like this. So whatever your app is called, sudo gdebi install or sudo gdebi package name .deb and it would install it. Of course, you'd have to follow the other steps I said, but then you could just come over here, click on applications once it's installed and export it to your system. Go get down to the ground. That's right, I know I'm weak. That's right, I know I'm. On and on. Oh, shut up, you stupid bitch. Or there's a way to glitch to the ceiling. Almost. Man, I wonder how Guitar Jams is doing. Haven't seen him in a hot minute. Have a good night, good sir. We're going to get down to the ground. That's right, I know my way. Oh, hell yeah. Well, DistroShelf itself is a GUI application, but you access your bootstrapped Linux distribution through the terminal. So you need Docker and Podman, and then you need the sudo systemctl enable --now Docker to start the Docker server so that DistroShelf can pull in the operating system images. When you launch DistroShelf for the first time, you'll see a little option there to use the bundled DistroBox version. I recommend doing that. It just works perfectly fine. You could technically install the actual DistroBox application. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to complicate my system anymore. Having it all contained in the Flatpak makes it much more compartmentalized and easy to handle. And then you just enter Ubuntu and it'll automatically select the 2404 image. You can even pass through your host graphics card and a NIT system and all that good stuff. And then once you're in it, I usually like to sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade -y, and then sudo apt install gdebi, and then you can just install the app via gdebi with sudo gdebi appname.deb. And then you just go to the DistroShelf application itself, and you can export that app to your base system, and it'll just add it to your application list, and you can just launch it. Too scared to talk to a woman, eh? Yeah, you just install DistroShelf via Flatpak, so Flatpak install DistroShelf. That's right, no, I'm strange. I'm gonna be with you. Get down to the ground. Man, this bathroom was trash. Like that one time I worked at Walmart and somebody fucked up the bathroom. Shit all over the toilet seat, broke it off. Left an abandoned open phone box in the toilet. Oh, it's in the basement. Yeah, you gotta install Podman and Docker, and you have to enable Docker as a system service with sudo systemctl enable --now space Docker. Of course, you can rewind the stream by just a little bit if you need to see it a little more easily. What's good, Mike? Five left, my ass, dude. I wonder if any of these are actual. Damn, that's annoying. Poop killer. Yeah, I'll see you, Sam. For being present, I guess. Alright, chat. I stayed up as late as I could. Like I said, I start third shift Sunday, so I will be live again later today. Skateboard. Really appreciate you being here, man. Anybody else that was here, like I said, guys, join the Discord if you want to be part of the community. You get notified every time I go live. I do greatly appreciate it. I will be live later at some point. So keep an eye or an ear out open for that, and we'll definitely do some more stuff. Until then, Skateboard, do you have any more questions, man? Discord's going to be the quickest way to get in touch with me about an answer. Of course, there's other people in there that would be willing to help, assuming you can grab their attention. So thank you, guys. 182 views on the stream. That's the highest it's been in a hot minute, so very grateful for that. And keep up the good work, chat. Hope you guys stay safe. Have a great day/night, wherever it is you're at. It's bingo time. Hasta luego. See you later.